What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This video here, we're doing a reveal of what we're doing for a transmission behind the 6.0. Let's get at her. So it is finally time to reveal what we are doing on the transmission end of this beast of a 6-liter that we're building. So what we have here is a fully built Weekend Warrior 1,000 horsepower transmission from Power Driven Diesel. Billet 35 spline, growing input shaft, updates in the oil pump, full manual valve body, welded pinions, fully rollerized transmission instead of having thrust bushings to pound and wear out. Beautiful. This thing is going to be more than enough to handle what this engine is going to be putting out. This thing here should be putting about 800 horse to the wheels with a nice smack of nitrous on the dyno, possibly hit 1,000 horse, which I will probably try to do if I can get all this stuff together. Well, not I, if we can get all this stuff together in time for the Freedom Truck Fest in Ohio to hit up Blessed's dyno. So, I'm going to show you the parts involved in putting a 48RE on the back of a 6-liter Powerstroke. These are the parts required to run a 48RE behind your 6-liter Powerstroke. You need your transmission, obviously. Billet flex plate. I got a BD diesel one here with ARP hardware to hold it together, adapter plates, and a adapter torque converter. Now, when I first started thinking of this idea, I couldn't find any information whatsoever online on like Google. I'm not on a ton of forums, so there's probably information there, but I couldn't find any information on how to get the parts, where to buy them, anything like that. So I was in contact with Will and Todd at Power Driven Diesel and just shooting the idea around with them a little bit, and they told me to try Jesse at Warren Diesel. So I got in contact with him. He told me he had a set of adapter plates back in the day from Suncoast because they make them. So I called Suncoast and they said, oh, we haven't made them in a long time. We don't have anything kicking around for them at all. So they gave me another guy's number named, I think his name is Rick Smith, from Monster Diesel Performance in Nebraska. And wouldn't you know it, he had a set, one set, sitting on the shelf with the plates, converter, and a flex plate. So he wasn't going to sell it at first, and he was going to try to get a set made somewhere or something like that, and so I just left it with him. And then out of nowhere, about a week later, he called me or texted me, and he's like, well, I'll sell that stuff to you, and gave me a price. I'm like, sure, I'll take it. Score, found a set of plates. So the converter that he had, it was a 2400 stall because he was going to put it behind a 6.4 Powerstroke. So I sent it to Suncoast. They put a 2000 stall stator in it and rebuilt everything inside. It was all brand new anyway, but it had been sitting around for a while, so they just rebuilt everything inside. So we will have no issues or anything running this torque converter in our truck. But there was one hiccup. The flex plate was a 6.4. 6.4 Powerstroke is an 8-bolt flex plate. So when the converter came, you can see that there are 8 studs here. And I'm like, oh shoot, am I gonna have to buy a new converter? So I called Suncoast and they're like, don't worry, we've thought of this. They didn't want to have to make 2 different billet covers, so they just made 1 billet cover and put different bolts in different locations, so you can just run 6 studs or 8 studs. So I'm like, awesome, that is amazing. So next piece of the puzzle is this adapter plate here. This goes on the back of the engine, which I will show you in a minute or so. Then this plate gets bolted together to this plate with these recessed holes. Right here, you run a cap screw, and then these dowels here will match up with your torque converter, or not your torque converter, your transmission bell housing. And then to control it all, I would have either had to go with a full manual valve body or get an anteater or something like that so it can be electronically controlled. But that involves a bunch of wiring and stuff like that. So I just went with the old full manual valve body. This is a B&M shifter with a Graze side plate and switches on it. I got it from Power Driven Diesel when I also got my transmission and everything else from them with the tranny. So we're gonna be banging gears manually in this truck. So the way the plates go are this one here goes on the engine. So there's two bigger holes right here and right here. Those are for dowels that are in the back case of the engine here. So these will bolt on right like that with these cap screws, just like the factory bell housing for the factory transmission will. And these will recess down inside. So then the other plate can go on right like this. It goes on like that. Again, more cap screws hold the two plates together. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And then all you do is bolt your transmission up like normal. So line up the converter studs with the flex plate once you have it all put together, and line up the dowels, and then the bell housing bolts just thread through here into this plate here. And then away you go. You are good to go after that. But one thing I did notice, that between the Dodge and the Ford, the starters are on the opposite side. So the Ford runs a starter on the right-hand side, and the Dodge runs a starter on the left-hand side. So the plate has a cutout for the starter. And this plate goes right like this. Covers up this starter hole. So this is just like a dead hole now. And has a cutout right there for the 6-liter starter. Super excited to get this done. I have posted online about this build. It turns out putting a 48RE behind a 6-liter is not as uncommon as I thought it was. There are some people out there doing it. I met a guy in Alberta that has a 2-wheel drive one in a drag truck. I met about 4 guys down in the US that are doing it. And I guess the plates can be made at some companies that they have the drawings and stuff for them. And there's multiple places that are making torque converters. Mine's from Suncoast, but Groen also makes them. And WP Developments will also make one as well, from what I've heard. There's probably other places that will, but those are kind of like the main 3 torque converter builders. So yeah, super stoked about this. It's going to be awesome once the truck is in and getting everything put together. Of course, we're going to show you bolting everything up, doing all that, getting this whole bunch of sweetness all put together and ready to roll. Hopefully in the next like month and a half, we'll have it all together, hit the street, be doing some sweet rollers and a bunch of other stuff like that with it. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was a short one, but hopefully it was a good one. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.